Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share with you a few ideas for your YouTube marketing that could help you repurpose your videos without having to constantly just create brand new ones all the time and still help you grow your channel. So one thing you can do is learn from the Joe Rogan Experience, which recently just got a $100 million deal with Spotify, by the way. And they, before the Spotify deal, of course, built a very large presence on YouTube. All they did was record their podcast and, live record it with whoever they were talking to. They would have the camera point at who's talking, and it was a pretty simple video idea, but it really took off because everybody really loved Joe Rogan, and he had a lot of different, famous guests. So the powerful JRE channel has almost 9 million subscribers, and so they have the long form of their videos posted on here. So you see most of these videos are 2 hours, 3 hours long, something like that, and they'll have a long form interview with someone. Well, then they have another channel where they divide this up into topics. So this is really good for SEO, which of course helps you get discovered and gets you more subscribers, and usually leads to more views in the long run. So what they'll do, they'll take one interview and turn it into like 10 videos that are short clips that might be anywhere from like 3 to 10 or 20 minutes long. And so they will divide it up into topics. So not only are people watching the episodes of the latest Joe Rogan Experience interview, but they are discovering the Joe Rogan Experience by finding the different clips that were literally just copied and pasted from the same video with a little bit of video editing to create these. And you end up getting hours and hours. You literally end up getting double the amount of hours that you're uploading on YouTube. You have the 2 hours of the long form version, and then you have the 2 hours divided up into short pieces posted on the other channel. And together they have over 10 million subscribers between the two channels. So it's a really genius way to take your original video, divide it up into smaller segments, and then really maximize your reach with SEO. Another channel that does something kind of similar to this is Bossfight Database. So this is just something I discovered as someone who likes to play video games on the side. But Bossfight Database is actually very smart the way they structure their channel, because they literally take clips of them defeating bosses in all sorts of video games, okay? So they have multiple ways of doing this, though. They'll have the trailer, they'll have certain cutscenes. They might do all the cutscenes from a particular game into one video. Then they'll have each boss fight as a separate video, and then they'll have all the boss fights of one game in a single video. So they're taking, what they could do in one game and creating like 20 videos out of it, or more in many cases, depending on how many bosses are in that game. But what you might find is on the home page of their channel on YouTube, they'll usually have lots of clips. So they'll have all these uploads of, they'll have the trailer, they'll have, maybe cutscenes, and then they'll have each boss fight. And then you scroll down a little more, you'll find a playlist called Boss Fight Compilations. So then they take all these boss fights and create a compilation, and these tend to be some of their most popular videos. So instead of starting with the long form and then cutting it up into small pieces like the Joe Rogan Experience usually does, they do the opposite, and it still works. They take all the short pieces or the small pieces of videos that are, 5 to 10 minutes each maybe per boss fight, and then they put them all together for a really long, couple hour long video where they'll do all the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice all bosses in one video. You can watch literally a 2 or 3 hour video of them just fighting every single boss. And you might think, oh, well, that's too long for a video game video. But they get 1.6 million views on a video like that, or 728,000 views, or 900,000, or 5.4 million, depending on the game. So you can take either way. Long form videos, cut them up into smaller pieces, or smaller pieces and put them into long form. And once again, just to hammer this home, you are ranking for countless SEO terms in search results because of this. Obviously, your diehard fans will watch pretty much every video that you make, but people who aren't maybe diehard fans will be a little more selective, or people who haven't heard of you will have to find you from search results if they don't have, say, a friend that tells you about them. So they are ranking for the name of every single boss in these games that they play, and then they are ranking for the name of the game itself. With the Joe Rogan Experience, they're ranking for the name of the episode, the name of the person that's being interviewed, and then on JRE Clips, they're ranking for each topic and the name of that person with the topic. So they're ranking for so many different things, and they're just repurposing the same video. And again, you want to create playlists as well. You want to create playlists with certain topics. Now, I don't believe JRE Clips has a lot of playlists. You don't see a lot of them. They could have done even better. They could have created a playlist for, maybe politics clips, maybe clips about conspiracy theories, because they talk about stuff like that. They could do clips about mixed martial arts and when they talk about that. And so they could have really even done this even better with the addition of playlists. So you're repurposing through cutting up the videos and through playlists and through putting videos together. So Bossfight Database kind of does this a little bit more. They have like a playlist maybe for Sekiro. They'll have a playlist for compilations where they put all of them for one game together. And then they'll have a playlist for maybe the type of game they're playing. And so you want to also do that as well. And you can also rank playlists in search results. So for doing this, you want to have a really good video editor, of course. So what I use is Camtasia. This is a really good one that can handle all of this stuff easily. Even if you made a video like a week ago, you can go back, put that video back in there and divide it up into segments, add some text or something if you need to, and then upload those as individual videos, or vice versa. So that's a recommendation I have for like a video editor as well as screen recorder. Last but not least, a new tactic I found from studying people who are known for their internet marketing skills, like Brian Dean of backlinko.com, is you can just change the date on your videos. So some videos this might work for, some channels this might not apply to, but for someone who does, say, business videos like Brian Dean related to something that's working now and might be evergreen content, if you rank a video that's getting hundreds of thousands of views from search a year, you don't want to just create a new video to replace it every year. So what he does, especially if the tactics are still relevant, he'll just go and change the date of the video. So for instance, if you go to Brian Dean YouTube SEO or something like that, how to rank #1 in YouTube in 2020. 354,000 views. It was made 2 years ago. That's when it was uploaded. 98% like to dislike ratio, really good, of course. But it says 2020 in the title. So literally, he made it like in 2018, but it says 2020 in the title. So obviously, he went back and changed that. And this guy is known for his SEO skills and for ranking in search results. He, of course, started with blogging, and now he's doing it with YouTube as well. If you type in just YouTube SEO, which is extremely competitive, he's still #3. And he made this video 2 years ago and just changed the date. It's still a very relevant video. Now, he also created another video as a follow-up. So after about 2 years or so, it's going to be hard to believe that the same strategies are still working with the way algorithms change for this topic. But he did a new one that says 7 new strategies, 2020, how to rank videos in 2020, all that stuff. So you can literally change the date if you're someone who uses dates in your titles, and that's just another way you can repurpose your videos and keep them ranking longer. So hopefully these are some strategies you can use to improve your YouTube results. Let me know what you'd like me to cover in the future on this marketing channel, and I'll see you in the next video.